We're at the Sage Creek Cottage project. At the framing stage, we've framed and stood our exterior walls, racked those to plumb, and framed our interior walls and tied all those to the exterior walls. Installed most all of the blocking on the exterior. We should be started sheeting, which is the outside plywood layer, tomorrow, and that will all get shear nailed. We've framed our exterior walls. They get framed laying on the floor deck, and stood those around the perimeter of the building, racked those to plumb, and framed our interior walls. They also get framed on the floor deck, and stood those in place and tied those to the exterior walls and to each other. So everything's tied together. But the floor plate, it gets nailed to the floor, and at the top, the plates overlap each other. So they intertwine like Legos. There's a double top plate. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but one plate laps one way and then the next plate laps the other, and they kind of tie together at all their intersecting points like a Lego system, and that gets all nailed together. The sill plate, again, is actually technically on the top of the foundation there, and it's a treated board. Then you have a top plate, which is at the top of the wall, and it's a double board, two 2x6s or two 2x4s, depending upon the size of the wall. And the reason that it's double is so that when you lay the truss layout, it may not exactly follow the stud layout. It allows the studs then to support a double top plate and a truss on top of it, and the loads all transfer over to the studs and down to the foundation. So from this point, the exterior walls will all get sheeted. At the wall stage, all exterior walls will only get sheeted from the bottom plate to the middle of the blocking, all the way around and nailed off. The rest will get left until we get trusses. The reason behind that is that some trusses have what's called an energy nail on them, and we'll discuss more of that when the trusses come for this project. In some places, the trusses have been cut back because of walls jogging, etc., to keep the planes matching on the roof slope level. And we try to then tie that upper sheet of sheeting that is on the wall to any place that the truss may need sheeting on it, all in one piece, and not scrap it together. It's just a better build, better product. So the next step will be trusses will get delivered. They'll come here with a great big semi and a boom truck, and they'll get laid on top in packages where they belong. There's actually a map of where they go. And then from there they'll get rolled, which means they get stood up and blocked and spread out and ready to have roof sheeting put on them and tie them all to the building.